Damn, boy, you taking up again?
Yeah, I say outside, baby, I might still hate me.
We're here. We're back.
All right, cool. We rolling now?
We rolling now.
All right.
We're rolling. Ki Memory Chronicles, man. I'm with the GOAT, they will call him, from North Carolina.
Greensboro, North Carolina.
The Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah.
We got Evan,
What's
the
up?
engineer, mix engineer.
Yes.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Nothing much.
Oh, okay. So I gotta clear this up.
Okay.
Because I work here at Patchwerk Studios, right?
Patchwerk engineer.
I do not feel comfortable being referred to as a GOAT or veteran, because veterans they're out of service. You know what I'm saying? And they was doing it for a long time. Mike is a veteran.
Yeah.
And where I'm at, so a lot of my peers that I sort of compare my career to is like, I'm a baby. So we're in Kenny's room. This dude's been engineering as long as I've been alive, and he's still doing it.
Yeah.
I am nowhere near a veteran or a GOAT. I have so much more to do. I'm at the beginning of my career, and you know what I'm saying?
Very humble, very humble.
I don't think that's humble. I'm just being realistic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I only been here like 12 years. Yeah, that ain't nothing.
I mean, if he had a kid, he'd be 12 years old. That's a lifetime already.
And that nigga just got here. What do you mean? that ain't nothing. A 12-year-old come to you and try to tell you about life? Yeah, no. Sit your ass down. You just got here. Shut up and get this Happy Meal.
You know what? I agree.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a perspective. Yeah. Dang.
Exactly.
I never really thought about it like that. Okay. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Well, what will we call you then? The student?
Evan.
Just Evan.
Yeah, I'm a baby in the game right now. I'm just starting.
Okay. Well, shoot. From my perspective, you got some wins under your belt. You know what I'm saying? You've been working. I saw you when I started here, you was still an intern, I think.
No.
You wasn't?
No. I got what year did you get here?
2016. September 1st.
Yeah, I was done interning.
Okay, so yeah, you was already on the list and everything. You wasn't mixing yet though.
No.
Okay, so you was tracking. That's what I'm saying. So I mentioned
yeah.
you was just tracking engineer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I still seen you work from tracking to mixing to just everything you're doing now. Like I've seen you. I remember you had the locks longer than mine.
Oh yeah.
That's when I met Evan, when he had the locks.
Yeah, I just seen a picture of my locks and how long they were, and I was like, oh man, they were really long.
They were cool to me. I was like, dang, you cut them off. Like,
yeah, I had to let them go.
I don't think I can let mine go, bro. I feel like I'm locked in for life.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Kind of intended.
Yeah.
But man, where did this energy, the humbleness, you don't call it humbleness, but the realisticness, that mindset, I'll say your mindset right now, did that start in Greensboro?
I mean, like, just like we do. I'm 36 now. As we go on.
36?
Yes. As we go on, we wait, hold on, wait, wait, time out, hold on. Are you?
I'm not good.
Are you surprised? Or like, is that too old?
I'm surprised.
Oh, wow.
I'm not gonna Kevin Hart you. That's messed up stuff.
No, man.
You don't look 36. That's why we know black don't crack.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what sucks is that I have to remind myself now that, okay, I'm 36. You need to act like it. Like, I got gray hair. I was like, okay, you need to act like it.
What is acting like 36?
I don't know. Like, I don't know, but I don't feel like I act 36.
I don't think there's no rules.
No.
I'm a kid forever.
I feel you, but when I was a kid and then you see the 36-year-olds, there was like an adult and then you could run to them and then be like,
help me.
Yo, no, hey, none of them, they better not run to me. I'm like, yo, you better go somewhere else with that. Yo,
okay,
you better
okay.
Not, but I want to be okay, you can run to me. But now where I'm, in this stage, I'm like, I'm trying to get into that, but I'm like, I'm still trying to figure it out. Don't come to me. I'm still trying to figure it out.
So did you have like people you could depend on, like adults that you're talking about as a kid that you was able to run to? Yeah.
Oh, fuck no. Hell no. Absolutely not.
Not even your parents?
My mom worked a lot. Yeah, my mom. Okay, so, so my parents did as much as they can do based on the circumstances, and I appreciate them for that. Mm-hmm. But I was a latchkey kid. You know what I'm saying?
What is that?
Where you get home and then you gotta you get the key to the door and then you go home and you take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, solo.
Yeah.
You got siblings?
Yeah, I have siblings. So I'm the oldest out of 7.
Dang.
So but I know, right? But
Come from that's an old school family.
it was an old school family. But yeah, we come to the house. It was a period where my mom, was more present. But she worked a lot, and then she went into nurse management. So I don't know if you know any nurses, but I don't know
crazy schedule.
Yeah, I don't know one nurse that don't work more than 12 hours. Like that work less than 12 hours. And all their shifts like 12 hours, 16 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours, and then they're on call. So my mom was doing she did the CNA, then she did the nursing, and then she went to nurse management. Oh my God, which was her schedule was crazy, but it was cool because she was a director of nursing at a nursing home, and the nursing home we happened to live by at the time and this was like the end of middle school, beginning of high school, and we would go to the nursing home and we'll file our papers or whatnot for like $5 an hour. So it's like yeah, that was cool. But yeah,
it's cool. So
yeah,
the oldest of 7.
Yeah, and you know what sucks is that I'm the loser of my family.
What?
Yeah.
How are you the loser? You work at a $10 million studio.
No. Let me tell you, these niggas are phenomenal. Oh man.
How is it? All brothers and sisters?
It's brothers and sisters.
Okay.
They are all killing it, and I always feel bad because they're all mature and taking care of business and whatnot. My sister, she has 2 degrees. Like she was nursing and still went back to school to get another degree, but she did business administration, and then she was like, okay, I think I want to do nursing. Went to nursing school, got the nursing certificate or whatnot, and then while she was in her nursing field, like she's nursing, like I'm nursing 12-hour shifts and all of that. She got another degree, and I'm like, man, I can't even pay attention to a 2-hour movie. I have another brother who has a whole cable contracting company, and he was telling me we was talking a couple of days ago, and he was telling me how 10 years ago he had he had crossed the threshold of $100,000 a year, and I'm listening to him like, oh my God, all right. I don't want to talk to you right now. I have another brother who owns a junk removal company, and
oh yeah, I know he making bank.
Man, I went to visit him. This nigga got an office. He has an office and employees. I was like, yo. And I remember talking with him in the garage about, being an entrepreneur and stuff. But he went the entrepreneurial route. He dropped out of college, went the entrepreneurial route, and was actually successful. So all the stuff that we talked about, he actually went and did. But he has an office and employees. I was like, what? This is crazy. And I have another brother who's he is a music teacher. He's a band director. He graduated college, and he's a teacher. He's a teacher. He's a band director. Just got married a couple years ago. Beautiful wife, beautiful kid, all of that house. And I am out here in the middle of the night fighting with rappers about smoking in the room.
I mean,
figuring out how I'm gonna pay my bills next month. No, yeah, all of my siblings, they're killing it. I'm the degenerate in the family.
I don't think so, bro. I feel like your siblings would probably say, our older brother is super cool. Like, you've met some of the dopest people in the world. Man, you a great father for one. So it's like,
I appreciate you. Thank you. But yeah, no, what I want from myself and what I see in myself, I wanted more, and I seen more. And at this point, I feel like I'm lacking. But
does that come from being the oldest, that you feel like a responsibility to be the leader, the example for your siblings?
No, it's not necessarily that. It comes from me recognizing that I could handle my responsibilities a lot better if I was a better leader. Yeah.
That was deep.
That's real. I don't even try to be. That's real. That's like real life. That's exactly the path that I'm on right now. So I've I've always been like lackadaisical or whatnot, just been on La La Land and just go with the flow and stuff. And I mean, it was cool for a while, but now, you know, I've been moving a lot with more intention. Like, okay, every move, okay, so why am I going to do this or why I'm going to do that? Even with the sessions I take now, it used to be like, okay, I got to take what I could get, but now it's like, okay, you know, is this going to be the right schedule? Like, we had Kanai was asking me about the 21 Savage session that's going to happen later, and it's a 12-hour shift, and I'm thinking, okay, hours, and he was like, yeah, you could get these hours in because, you know, pay period is about to end,
right.
So we get these hours in, but then I think about it, I was like, I can't do it because, you know, then you know, I'm up all night. I've been up since 6 this morning. I'm going to be up all night, and then I'm going to sleep till the middle of the day tomorrow when I get home, and it's going to mess up my whole routines, and then it's going to mess up everything else. And it's like, okay, nah, I can't do it, you know, because it doesn't, intentionally, it's like, okay, just to get more hours, and it's like, yeah, it don't work. So now it's like, I'm trying to move more attention to get the life or responsibility or leadership or whatever shit I was talking about.
So that makes sense, though. That makes sense. I see where you're coming from. I guess I'm trying to pinpoint where that mindset comes from, because you said your mom was a nurse. So she had to manage her time crazy. Yeah,
but I mean, I didn't see any of that. You know, it was more so like, you know, she was here and then she wasn't. Mm-hmm. She was here, she wasn't, and then she was always. Now that I'm an adult, I realized that she was going through a lot. I didn't know that as a kid. You know, but of course kids don't know. So I would say in that regard, she did a really good job, because, you know, kids aren't supposed to know what's happening. But however, when they become adults, you know, they want to, they have questions and stuff, and like, okay, how do I, you know, manage this? How do I manage that? How do I regulate my feelings, or, you know, work and life and all of that shit? You know, when you're an adult, you still need guidance with that so you could perform properly. And so, yeah, I didn't see the stuff that she did. Like, everything is just like, I realized, okay, I'm lacking in stuff, or I want my life to be a certain way. So what do I do to gain it? And that's what made me shift my mind. Having more responsibilities, or being regarded in a certain light. It's like, okay, so I have to be more intentional or act a certain way. Or, hey, if I want A, then I need to do B. Or you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's not. It didn't just come from like, oh, I was born with it. It's like, I literally had to grow into it, as we all do as we're getting older, and, you know, go through life, and we want to, you know, do next journey and whatnot. So
how were you as the older brother? 7 siblings.
I was horrible.
Oh man! Every answer about this, I don't. It seems, Evan, you're so cool to me. You've always been cool. Guess. So I'm thinking, like, now that I know you have 7 siblings, brothers and sisters, I'm like, and you the oldest. I don't got an older brother, so it's like, nah, it's always one of the older brother.
Yeah.
So it's like,
oh no, I was horrible.
What makes you horrible?
Man, okay.
we need sis and bro to come on here. All 6 of y'all. Wait, is it 7?
It's 7 in total.
So it's 8.
No, it's 7 in total.
Okay, so yeah, we need all 6 brothers and sisters to come on here.
No,
to talk,
hell no.
Evan not giving his props.
No. Because they're going to come over here and talk shit, and you're going to look at me different. They're going to come here and speak my truth, and y'all going to look at me different. Like, oh, man. No, man, I resented them little niggas. Like, you talking about. No, and I'm gonna tell you this story. I tell this story every chance I get, and it still
tell us.
It makes me angry.
Is this a key moment from your child?
Yes, it makes me angry to this day. I tell the story all the time. I think I was like at 7th, or it was 7th grade, because that's when it was the 7th grade. My mom was working overnight. Oh no, she's working late at night. We come home, and so at night, right? Mm-hmm. My mom was about to come home. One of my brothers, my sisters, and the younger brother, Matthew, Brandon, Olivia, and Matthew. These niggas decided they wanted to throw batteries in the living room, and not the regular batteries. I'm talking about the fucking C and D batteries, the big ones. So they're throwing it, and I'm like, "Yo, stop! I'm gonna get in trouble." I'm telling them, "Stop! I'm gonna get in trouble." And they're like, "Fuck you! You can't tell me what to do." And they're throwing the batteries. And they one of them hit the lamp on the top of the ceiling fan, so it broke. The glass broke. And so I'm like, "Oh, I'm in trouble." My mom come home, and she's like, "What's going on?" And I told her that that they was throwing the batteries, and I told him to stop, and she fucked me up. She fucked me up.
I should have laughed at that.
She was mad that I didn't stop them from doing it, and I tried to.
She was mad you didn't stop them,
and that they were doing it, and then she was mad because I think either Olivia or Matthew didn't do their homework. I forgot that one of them had to do their homework.
Did they get in trouble?
No, I got in trouble.
Dang.
She fucked me up. I was pissed. I was like, yo.
This is black household trauma.
Yeah, no, I get re-mad every time I tell that story. Like, I think about that.
Calm down, Dr. Banner.
Yeah, no, because I'm telling them, I was like, yo, I knew I seen it. I'm going to get in trouble. I'm like, yo, stop. And me and Brandon, we're a year apart, right?
Okay.
So he always felt like that because we're a year apart, I'm not really his big brother, so I can't tell him what to do. And because he was so defiant, the little ones will always look at him and be like, yeah, fuck you, we ain't gonna do what you said.
He's the real big brother.
Yeah.
Dang. So
I got my ass beat.
Oh man, this is the childhood of Greensboro, North Carolina. How is I don't really know too much about Greensboro or North Carolina in general. Like, is that a small city? Is it mid-size?
I would say mid-size. So
okay.
It's a beautiful place, and it's mid-size. There's a lot mid-size. There's a lot of colleges. There's a lot of schools.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of schools. So I didn't realize. So in my mind, so I was born in Brooklyn, right?
You was born in Brooklyn?
I was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh wow, my family's from Brooklyn.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, party. Yeah. So we moved from Brooklyn to Greensboro, North Carolina when I was like 7, and so my perception of like city or town is based off of that.
That's why you don't got a southern accent.
I do. I have a southern accent. My southern accent is so bad.
You code switching right now? Can we get the real Evan on the Ki Memory Chronicles?
I thought I was giving you the real Evan.
With the accent.
I can't. It's not a switch in or switch out. It's just like certain words I've noticed I got a twang to it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we moved that into Greensboro, and everything was a lot slower. So when we lived in New York, we lived in like New York City, and I'm realizing this now because we lived in like the city.
Mm-hmm.
So when we came down to Greensboro, it was, all we see was like onion grass, and it was. I would never forget that smell. Just onion grass everywhere, and then the city. It was big. It was big in respect of there wasn't a lot of we had to walk everywhere. If you didn't have a car, you was walking for a long time. In the city, everything is by each other, but in Greensboro, everything's more further apart. So it was. Now that I look back at it, yeah, it's like it's a big city, but it's not like Charlotte, but it's big. There's a lot of schools, got a lot of Walmarts and stuff, but it was cool. It was cool. There's a lot of culture and a lot of, pride in Greensboro. That's why I appreciate Greensboro now,
Okay.
So
is Greensboro where I guess you got the music bug, or did you find that when you was living in New York still?
I was born with it.
You was born with it. Okay.
It's like I love this analogy. I think it's like it's a Vince Staple analogy. So I'm definitely stealing this, but he's right. So it's like your uncle. You don't like just realize one day that that's your uncle. You grew up with your uncle. You're like, you grew up like that's your uncle. Like, it's the same thing with music. Is I was always singing and dancing. Was always happy. Michael Jackson was my favorite. Of all time at the time. So yeah.
Not your favorite now? Then you gonna replace the king?
Yeah, I had to replace him.
Not when his movie's about to come out.
Man, fuck that movie.
Oh man,
I'm sorry. No, because we was there, we lived it.
Yeah.
So
it's not gonna be anything.
It's not gonna. The only thing, the American Dream, the Jacksons movies. That's the only.
Great.
That's the only movie that we could ever see, and we go, okay, we're done. The Flex.
I still haven't even seen the full American Dream.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you tripping.
I gotta go back and watch like the full thing.
It was crazy, man. You got literally playing out a whole afternoon. But yeah, this new Michael Jackson movie, no. Like, we lived it, and I know there's gonna be shit in there that's gonna be like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're gonna make it all, political, and they're gonna just juice up certain details. And no, don't get me wrong. No, Michael, I'm not saying that Michael is replaced as my favorite of all time. is just that, you know, I have different categories and layers.
Yeah.
So he's in his own categories. Like, okay, Michael Jackson. Bam.
Okay, yeah.
You know, but you know, I can't say, you know, the top. I don't have a top. It's like, okay, it's like a build. It's like the first layer of a building, and it's like, okay, these are what I could die listening to, and that's it.
I can see that.
And then everything else is at the bottom.
So did your parents do music?
My father was a DJ, and my mother, she was a singer songwriter.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
So that's why you say he was born with it.
Yeah, but
There's always a but, whatever.
yeah, no, they when I was born, it's not like they were doing it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's, you know, my mom, like I interrupted my mom's dreams of being a singer. You know what I'm saying? Like me coming, you know, well, her actions, you know, but so by the time I came, they weren't doing it. Like my father wasn't DJing. I mean, I still got his records, but you know, yeah, he was out running the streets doing whatever, and she was, you know, doing, you know, her, you know, so yeah, but I do remember she was always singing and stuff, but yeah.
Oh wow, like singing around the house and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
What was her favorite song to sing that you remember the most?
I don't want to say her favorite, but the one that stays in my mind is "Sweet Love" by Anita Baker, which is still one of my top songs. Oh my! Every time I hear that song, it just reminds me of being in an apartment. And I was like 2 or 3, and hear her sing it, and it was like that's one of my greatest memories. It's like, yo, this is crazy. Every time when she hit that, with all my heart, I love you, baby. I get swift away to that apartment, you know, and at night I was like, oh, this is life. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. So your mom, if you got 7 kids, your mom had you young.
Yeah, I mean, not fairly young. I mean, she was like 20 something, like 20, 21.
That's dope.
Yeah.
No, that's really cool. Mom sounds like she's a cool person to know.
Yeah. I mean,
until she gets mad.
I mean, I guess she was cool. She was cool with everyone else. I didn't think she was cool for a while. I mean,
I feel like that's normal when you grow up.
Yeah. It is.
How are y'all relationship now?
It's great. I wish it was a lot better, only because I'm here and she's there, and then she's dealing. She's a teacher now. She used to do the nursing, and now she's teaching. And then, you know, 2 of my youngest brothers and my youngest brother and sister, they still live in the house with her.
Okay.
You know, so she's dealing with them, and then her sister, and you know, stuff there. So it's not, you know, we have a good relationship. And then when I go back to Greensboro, I usually with the kids, so I want to spend more time with her and stuff. But if too much time get by, we FaceTime each other and, you know, talk for a couple hours. So
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
It's always good when you have a good relationship with moms.
Oh yeah, oh definitely.
So when did the music come into play for engineering?
Oh, you really want to hear the story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in your bio said you had a music mentor, so that's why I'm like, where did the mentor come from?
So boom. So like I said, I've always wanted to do music. Like in my mind, I was going to do music. I was going to either be in a band, I was going to be a singer or something. My whole life, I was writing music and singing little songs and shit. When I was in 3rd grade, my mom got me the you ever see Home Alone?
Of course.
Yeah, the little Walkman recording thing.
Yeah.
Recorded my first song on that with my homie Leon or whatnot.
Wow.
It was, you know, Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Shit you not. I still got the whole song in my head. But we recorded the first song on it. So like in my mind, and I was always trying to form groups and do the singing and stuff. One day, like I had formed this, you know, group or whatnot. We wasn't doing shit because I'm still in fairy tale land. But we was like on the porch and I'm singing and I'm with all these girls or whatnot. And so we was I had a recorder, and I think I was like either like in 5th or 4th grade or 6th grade. I had a recorder, and I was listening back to it, and I was like, "Who the hell is that?" And they was like, "Evan, that's you." I was like, "Oh no."
Oh no.
I didn't like my voice. I was like, "Oh, you know."
It took me a while to get used to my voice.
Oh no, my voice had changed, and then it sounded nasally and all. It sounded crazy, and it took me for that to happen. I still want to do music. So after a while, so fast forward to high school, like ninth grade.
Mm-hmm.
I had no, ninth or 10th grade. It was 10th grade. It was 10th grade, spring break. I'm sitting there. It was like April, spring break in 10th grade. I was thinking like, what I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life. What am I gonna do with my life? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna start a record label. So I go to Google and it said, hey, if you want to start a record label, you need to get a microphone. First, you need to get a business license. You need to get a microphone and recording stuff and start recording and stuff. And I was like, all right, cool. So I got the recording stuff. I got one of my first mentors. He had gave me a broken computer. I fixed the computer. And it had Fruity Loops on it, and he gave me a stack of software. So I installed the software, and then I got the interface, and so now I'm recording myself and making beats on Fruity Loops, and so I started recording in
Fruity Loops.
in the other programs, but I started recording and I was making beats in Fruity Loops. It was like Fruity Loops 3.56.
Yeah.
It was like the old school
I remember
version.
old Fruity Loops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before it was just FL.
Yeah. So I had so then I started recording people from school, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start this record label. My first record label I started. It wasn't shit, but I went and got the business license. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
It was Phantom Records. And I got it December 2008, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing something. I wasn't doing shit, but I'm recording people and shooting music videos and making beats. And
You were shooting music videos.
Yes, I bought a camera just to shoot because I had signed some artists.
Oh shoot!
No quotation mark.
We got a record label owner over here.
I thought I was doing something. You get the contracts off of LegalZoom or off the internet, and then I'm sitting,
Man, you signing people's life away.
Yeah, nah. I wasn't even smart enough to do that. I was just like, yo, we homies, and we about to do this record label. You gonna be an artist on Phantom Records? Yeah, my bad. Yeah, but you remember Rich?
Rich.
He
No.
interned here.
No.
Well, he was my first artist. It was him and this dude named Young Hood, Devon.
Young Hood. That sounds like a name from the Boondocks.
This dude, no, Young Hood.
Was he hard though?
Oh my God, he was so hard.
With a name like that, I hope so.
And the funny thing about Young Hood was, it was Young Hood, Stackboy Trail. Stackboy Trail was his own entity, but I was recording him. Young Hood, Stackboy Trail, and Rummy, and then I got with a partner. He had brought two of his artists, but yeah. Funny thing about Young Hood is that when we was in third grade, we got into a fight. He had we was in third grade and we was in the lunch line. And I had a Ninja Turtle lunchbox, and he was picking up my Ninja Turtle lunchbox.
Not the Ninja Turtle.
It was a Ninja Turtle lunchbox. He was picking on it. It was on a Friday too. And the fourth graders were behind us, and he was going in, and the fourth graders was laughing. I got so mad, I'm gonna punch him. So I try to punch him. I'll punch him. Stay right there. So I'll punch him. Stay right there. I try to punch him, and I hit the glass window behind him. Cause I ain't never throw a punch at that point. I wrestled with my brothers and whatnot, but we not like
Yeah.
So I tried to throw a punch, and he didn't move. I tried to throw a punch, and it hit the glass door behind him.
Did you break it?
No, I hurt my hand, and he bopped me in the mouth.
Dang, I thought this was gonna be an epic moment. You broke the glass. Everybody was like, "Oh, he's super strong."
And then we both got suspended.
Oh man, y'all became friends later.
Yeah, well, we became friends later. We was already friends, but we was already friends then. Damn. It's just that particular day, because he was a cool kid that was like, he was cool, but then sometimes he'd be like, yo, he be on the the Joan and shit, right?
Yeah.
In my mind, and I wish so back I could go back then. In my mind, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, say something back. No, I was emotional as shit. I was like, oh, you motherfucker. You nigga. You talking about my Donatello lunchbox. You know what I'm saying?
If you had the Leo lunchbox, they would have came at you.
Exactly.
Dang.
Yeah, but so yeah, fast forward, yeah, he became one of my artists on this
Phantom Records.
Oh my god, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing at all.
Yeah.
But when I picked up from that, you know, I'm recording and producing and booking shows again. I didn't know what I was doing and doing the videos and stuff. And one of my I had another mentor, Brandon Richburg. He died
Dang.
in September or October. He just passed away. Yeah, he just passed away. Brandon Richburg. I was taking pictures for him, and he was telling me, he was like, "Yo, you should go to school for recording engineering, so you could get a degree in recording engineering and get a job at a studio." So that was my plan: get a job at a studio so I can make connections and do whatever. However, as I got on, recording and stuff, I fell more in love with recording, and then I realized what it actually took to run a label, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not that person. What I really want to do is make records." That's what I really wanted to do was make records, and it took me years, like literally, like I realized that here
At Patchwerk.
Yes, and I'm talking about like recently, like 5 years ago.
Oh, so you still been trying to be the regulator?
No.
Oh.
When I got here, it was all producing and engineering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I let the record label shit go a long time ago. I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. This is stressful. And then you gotta, network, and I knew I'm not the type of person to do that. If you could look at these execs or whatnot, they're a certain type.
Yeah.
I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that a bad thing. I'm saying that not bad on them, but bad on me, because then they're more like, they're charismatic. They could, conduct
your
business.
strengths, your weaknesses.
Yeah. And I'm more emotional and animated. And it's like, I was like, okay, no, I can't. I'm not that type. But this whole time, even building up to the point here, that's what I was always doing, was trying to make records. I was always trying to make songs and shit. I was always trying to make records when I was younger, and in the car listening to No Limit when they was dropping records. I was like, oh my god. And Bad Boy when they was dropping records, with all these people, Cash Money, when they was all dropping records, I was infatuated with listening to what they was going to drop, the new music that they was going to drop and stuff. And I said, yeah, man, I want to do that. That's what I want to do. And I equated that to like owning a record label, but I learned here, and while I'm doing the job, I'm like, oh, this is what I was supposed to be doing, because this is what I always wanted to be doing. It was making records.
Yeah.
And that's like engineering changed so much, where it's like I am the producer. I am making these records in the studio. And I appreciate that so much, because for a while I was like, oh my God, you're a loser. You wanted to do this, but then you know how they say, I used to hate this quote. Used to hate this shit. They said, aim for the stars and you'll land on the moon.
Yeah.
I
used to like that quote.
Yeah, I hated it, because for me, it's like, that's settling. I don't want the moon. I want the stars. The stars got a big butt. I want the stars. That's what I wanted. I didn't want the moon. If I wanted the moon, I would have got the moon. I wanted the stars.
You want more.
Exactly. And what I realized that I had to shoot for the stars to land where I was supposed to land. And so like, I'm forever grateful, because this is what I wanted to do. This is what I was supposed to be doing, is like make the records. No, I don't want to be the company guy and
the man in the chair.
Yeah, and it was never like me being the man in the chair. I just always equated these records that they were doing to just, okay, this is what I want to do, make the machine that's building the records. And I was like, okay, but no, I want to make the records. So I could still make the machine and build the records, but I don't have to be the machine. I don't have to, be up there and, yeah. What was the question?
What camera did you use when you was taking pictures and videos for people?
Canon Rebel T2i.
Wow, T2i.
Yeah.
I started with T3i. Everyone started with Rebels.
yeah. When the T2i came out, that's when I got the T2i when the 5D and the 7D came out.
Oh wow.
And I didn't know that to get those. I was like, okay, I just want to get a camera. And then when I started researching my camera, I seen that camera, and I was like, I seen those cameras and seen what they were doing, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, 70 is what I made my career off of.
Really?
Like, when I got that camera, things took off because that was the first camera that did like real HD video.
Yeah. But
shot in slow mo and stuff, 60 frames, like
yeah.
That was a game changer camera.
Yeah, but I realized, like, when I was taking the pictures and doing the video, I realized I hated doing that. So kudos to you. No, I hated that.
It's a lot more than people think.
Oh, way more. Oh, and don't get to the editing, because a lot of the pictures I took, I never edited.
Really?
I used to get in the clubs with the camera, and I use the camera as a networking tool because I'm still doing music, but I had the camera, and that created so many opportunities, and like I would take pictures for clubs. And I never edited them. I never sent them the pictures. I was just in the club for free taking pictures.
Oh, he was one of them. He was
giving shout out to
us a bad name.
Shout out to Tisha. Tisha P. Tisha P. I appreciate you. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
It wasn't purpose. I wasn't like doing this shit on purpose. It was just I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I needed to be in this club to meet people.
No, that's real. Yeah, that definitely was always my secret ticket. I got a camera. I'm supposed to be shooting here today.
Yeah. But I let that camera go quick. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this shit. And I, even like faking the funk. I know a lot of people like, yeah, I'm gonna pick up the camera and do this. Mm-hmm. Like, no, let me just. I'd rather thug it out some other way than just because I did not like getting called to do camera work. I was like, I'm not coming. Yeah. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I have a camera. And I used to let people rent the camera. I was like, I'll rent the camera, but I originally got the camera so I could shoot music, like DSLR recording.
Yeah.
I used for music videos. I got the camera to shoot music videos for my artists. That's why I got the camera, and to take pictures for my artists. But other people wanted me to do stuff, didn't want to do it, didn't like doing it. Yeah.
So when did you fall in love with recording as an engineer? Like, when did you like solidify yourself as like, okay, when you went to school for it, like college? Yeah, so I originally went to school for music and business. So I was gonna get a BA in music and get I think I either did a minor or was doing a double major because I wanted to do music and business. Mm-hmm. So I was doing that at UNCG, but I am not a school person. You're very self-aware, Evan. Which is a good thing.
Yeah, no, that was a curse. No, I realized when I was in 12th grade, right? I realized I was sitting in class and we had to fill out college applications, and the teacher was doing something. And I was just zoned out, and then I snapped out of it, and I thought about it. I was like, I am never gonna be shit because I couldn't focus, and this has always been a problem throughout. All the time I was in school, it was always a problem. Yeah. It was always a problem. I had a comprehension problem and I couldn't focus in school. And you know how the school system sucks and it's fucked up. And it's because there's no, like, the teachers are spread way too thin. Mm-hmm. There are some teachers who are there and don't care. There's not enough attention on the kids. So like certain kids slip through the cracks when I hate when people be like, yeah, the education, you see these people walking around here, y'all didn't go to school and whatnot. Nah, like a lot of kids slip through the cracks, especially if you're a good test taker or even if you were apathetic or like quiet to yourself. Like a lot of kids slip through the crack, and then what they like and what they do. You remember the No Child Left Behind? Yeah. It is and I get why they did that. I know why they did that because they didn't want the older kids in the same vicinity as the younger kids. They want to push them out. Yeah. And push them out into the world and all of that. But kids like literally slip through the cracks and they push them up. So no, our education system sucks. It sucks. But I realized in 12th grade I wasn't going to be shit because I couldn't focus and I had a comprehension problem. But I was for some reason teachers liked me or whatnot. Certain teachers, most of my teachers liked me, and then I was really good with like pattern recognition, So that saved me a lot because even though I sucked at like comprehension and reading, I was taking like AP calculus. You know what I'm saying? So, and I fucking slept through my AP exam. I used to sleep in class all the time. So I was in 12th grade, realized I wasn't going to be shit, but I got accepted to all these schools. I decided to go to UNCG because they gave me money. They waived my application fee and they gave me money. So I went there for a couple years. Of course, I dropped out because I didn't go to school, and then I was in and out of school. I went back again to another school for electronic engineering. I was sitting in class. Of course, this was after refund check. It wasn't intentional. I was sitting in class. I was like, oh, I don't want to do this no more. So I walked out.
Dang.
And then my mentor at this point was like, yo, go to school, because I was still doing the music shit, the record label shit, the music shit. And he was like, yo, go to school for engineering and get a degree in engineering so you could get a job at a studio. I was like, cool. And that's when I did that. The recording it was for after a while, because it's like, you know, you always know a bunch of rappers, right?
Yeah. So
in order to really you always get stuck recording if you're not rapping.
Okay, yeah.
And I always was with the rappers, so like I just out of habit I'm always recording, you know. And a lot of times, you know, the beats I make, they didn't like a lot of because all the beats I made Rummy did, but yeah. So I just was recording, and I got used to it. And then after a while, it was just like, okay, this is what I'm doing. This is my job. This is my role, is recording. You know, so it just kind of led up to that. And so by the time I actually got here, it was like, okay, this is my primary role as recording engineer. So
when did you start producing, like making beats? Like when you started the label?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you was on Fruity Loops.
In 2006, that's when I started recording, and that's when I started 2006 is when I started recording and when I started making beats.
You still use FL?
No.
What are you on now?
I'm on Pro Tools.
You make beats in Pro Tools?
Yes.
I feel like I've heard people say that, but I didn't know. How do you do that?
Yeah. I mean, they still
what
have
you use, like a MIDI and stuff?
Yeah, they still have like MIDI joints, and then you could sample in there and all of that.
You an MPC or keyboard guy?
I'm a click.
Click.
Click, 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 click.
What MIDI are you using in click?
No, you could mouse and click.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know how you make a beat in Pro Tools, bro. You got to break that down.
So you could they have instrument tracks in there. They have instrument and MIDI tracks. So you could you could create a instrument track, and you could use your VSTs in that instrument track and then pull up the MIDI.
I did not know that.
Yes. It's no, don't get me wrong. It's trash.
Okay.
I think now, because I'm on an older version of Pro Tools, I do own it, but they're trying to make me pay $200 to upgrade it.
Yeah.
I'm still at, I think, 2023, and I have the upgrade for 2024, but they like on 2026 X.735
Ultimate something.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, and they want me to pay $200 to upgrade to that. My shit is working right now, so I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, though I got into making beats in Pro Tools because I already mix and edit in Pro Tools so much that and I know all the quick keys and stuff. It's easier for me to do it. So I was using FL for a little bit, but after a while, I started noticing that because I used it in a certain way, I would always make a certain type of beat or music, and then I never actually own it. So when the version that I had stopped working, I was like, okay, and I was thinking about, okay, do I buy this or do I buy this? And I was like, okay, I just ain't never buy it again. And at this point, I'm already making beats in Pro Tools. But yeah, it's real easy for me to make beats in Pro Tools. I ain't gonna lie, it took me a while to streamline it, but it's not user friendly. Like with FL, as soon as you open it, you could just.
That's good. I've never heard someone really say like, yeah, I'm gonna make a beat in Pro Tools. I've heard it, but I'm like, it's not common.
Oh yeah, I gotta make a beat in Pro Tools. Like I could literally
like you never did Ableton or nothing like that.
I try to look at Ableton, man, but that's Ableton's for DJs, like literally DJs.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe I'm thinking of Logic. I'm thinking of Logic.
Oh, I hate Logic. Oh. I hate Logic. and it's a workflow thing. So because I've been using Pro Tools, the first DAW I was actually using to record was Nuendo. But then I
never even heard of that one.
Yeah, have you heard of Cubase?
Yeah.
So Nuendo is like the Pro Tools ultimate version of Cubase.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So because my first engineering mentor, he had gave me Nuendo on a CD, and so that's the first one I started using. But I had got a control surface that didn't use Nuendo. You had to use it. If I want to use a control surface, I had to have Pro Tools. And that's when I switched to Pro Tools, and it was like 7.4.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Pro Tools Empowered 7.4. And so, that's when I started using Pro Tools, and so now it's just like I don't like the DAW hopping. I used to use Reason too.
Reason, that's what I was thinking of. I said Ableton. I meant to say Reason.
Reason?
I forgot about Reason. Yeah.
So here's my. So I was making joints in Fruity Loops, right? And then I had ran into another mentor. I had some really good mentors. So this is actually my old roommate, but he was my mentor in Greensboro. He used to work at Guitar Center. He was telling me about Reason, and he had sold me a MIDI controller. And he was like, "Yo, you could probably make some good joints in Reason." So I started using Reason, and I was like, "Oh man," I was making really melodic joints, and I was like, "Oh man," and I was into Justice League, so I was doing a lot of that type of music.
Yeah.
And so I was using Reason, but then I go back to FL because FL the workflow is bananas. Like anybody could get on there and do whatever, and I knew so much in FL. So I would switch back between FL and Reason. And then, for a long time, FL and Reason. And it's like the past, I think 2023 is when I started making beats and exclusively in Pro Tools.
Okay.
And now Reason, you could have Reason as a plugin. Yep, I just bought it. I'm so happy.
So it's about to be a new era of production with you.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, man! I'm so happy. But yeah, I use Pro Tools and yeah.
So what you like more, producing or engineering?
I like them both. They both go hand in hand.
Okay.
And I do more engineering because that's my career basically. But no, I love creating, and I feel the best when I'm creating. I feel accomplished. I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it. Like
Explaining it pretty good.
Yeah. Even if it's some bullshit, it's like, oh, I created that. I like listening to what I create, and I like both. I like both. Yeah.
Okay. When did you come to Patchwerk? Like, what made you get to this point where you moved from Greensboro? You're in Atlanta now.
I'm not gonna tell you why I left Greensboro. Not gonna tell you.
Who'd you kill?
Huh?
Where's the body buried?
Yeah, me and you can have this conversation off camera, but I can't, because there's a reason why I left Greensboro, and it wasn't for music, but I can't ever say it on camera. I've said it out loud, but I can't never say it on camera because
you'll have to kill someone.
But yeah, so I left Greensboro May 2000. May 31st. 30 days after September, April, June, and November. Yeah, May 31st, 2014. I left Greensboro, and I was in a hotel off of Franklin Street in Marietta, and I woke up June 1st and sent my cover letter and resume to every studio in Atlanta. Toya called me for an interview 2 weeks later, or I think it was like a week or two later, and then she said, and then I did the interview. She said I didn't get it. And then because she didn't give it to me, she said, "Oh, well, we didn't pick you." I said, "All right, cool." And I was going back to Greensboro to get some more of my shit because I wasn't moving back to Greensboro. I just went to go back to Greensboro to get more of my shit. And then on my way back to get my stuff, Toya called me and was like, "Hey, do you still want to do the internship?" I was like, "Absolutely." So my first day was July 6th, 2014 intern.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dang, shout out to you with the clutch save.
Oh yeah. I didn't know what I was gonna do or where I was gonna go. That was a scary part of my life. It was scary as shit.
Dang. So I know you're not gonna say the reason, but
yeah,
the motivation to get you out of Greensboro to Atlanta, you're saying it's scary. Like, what was your mindset? Like, what was the?
I was terrified. I didn't know what was gonna happen or what was, because it was the first time I was really truly like, okay, I'm out here on my own. Because even though I had left my mother's house or whatnot, I moved down the street, you know, and I was living with my girlfriend. I had kids with.
Oh, you already had kids then?
Yeah, I already had kids. Like, by this time in 2014 I had like 3 kids. So and then I would go back to my mom's house. So I was always like, it was like, I'm leaving Greensboro. I'm leaving my family. I'm out here by myself. I don't have a plan.
Oh, so you didn't bring the kids or nothing?
No, I just came out here by myself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I didn't have no plan. I didn't have no money. I didn't know what I was going to do. I just could not go back to Greensboro.
So why'd you pick Atlanta?
Because of the music. Okay, so I didn't leave and come here because of music, but I picked here because of music.
Gotcha.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It was like there was nowhere else to go, So, and I had already visited here a couple of times before I actually moved out here on some other stuff. It's like
So you have friends and family out here?
No, I didn't have nobody.
Dang, so you know zero people.
No, I knew one person.
Okay.
And I didn't know he was here.
Oh, so really, you really still knew nobody until you got here.
I got here, and then I forgot how we linked up, but then I ended up calling him, and then this is the mentor I was telling you about who put me on Reason. He was my mentor in Greensboro when I was in high school. I talked to him, and then so we were sitting on the porch, and I would tell him what happened, and then I was like, yeah. He said, so you got any plans? What are you gonna do? And I was like, I don't know. He said, yo, you want to sleep on the couch? I was like, cool. So I slept on the couch, and then after a few weeks went by or a month, he was like, yo, you want to take the loft area upstairs? I was like, cool. You know what I'm saying? So
dang, shout out to him. That's
Ken, my ninja Ken.
Shout out to Ken. That's a real one.
Oh yeah, no, he's my best friend. I ain't gonna even hold you.
Nah, that's all right. That's dope.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you.
Let's say all you need is one good friend out here.
Man, yo, I wouldn't even be like, the thing is, if and the thing, how I am as a person and how my life operates, if he hadn't have did that, I wouldn't have still been out here.
Wow. I
wouldn't have still been out here. So I wouldn't have did all this stuff. But at the same time, I kind of wish I didn't come out here either. So
you wish you didn't come out here?
Man, I left my family.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, kids. Yeah.
Yeah, my mom and my brothers and sisters, my nieces and nephews, my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Dang, so this was like an all or nothing gamble.
Yeah, it was. But
put all your chips in.
but the thing is, it worked out so good because, like I said, like I learned so much being out here. Especially on my own. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, I needed this, like, especially being an adult, because even when I went to school, when I went to college, I didn't go be on campus. I was commuter, so this was the first time I was actually like truly like 100% on my own. I didn't have my brothers. I didn't have my mom. I ain't had no little girlfriend, to save my ass. I didn't have anybody. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I'm out here. I got to figure it out. Yeah.
Wow. Nah,
but I needed it. I needed it because I had to grow as a person. I had to mature as a man.
Yeah.
So
leaving home isn't easy.
That was the hardest shit I had to do. And I would never forget when I was backing out, because I didn't tell nobody, because I was like, I'm going to Atlanta, and I told my sister, and I think my mom overheard me. I told my sister I'm going to Atlanta, and she was like, oh, she's like, okay. She said, I gotta go see a friend up there. Let me ride with you. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm leaving. When I'm backing out, my mom ran out crying, and I was like, when she ran out crying to hug me, and yeah, she ran out crying to hug me, and then I was like, "Oh shit, this is really happening." Like, I'll never forget that, because like I left the house, like it would be down the street, but yeah, she ran out crying to hug me, and I was like, "Damn, I'm leaving."
Dang.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Dang, I remember when I left home, man. Like, I sometimes regret the way I did it too, because I didn't really tell nobody.
Yeah.
I acted like super chill about it, but I remember backing out, and I was like, dang, my mom was the last person I saw, and she was all crying and sad and stuff, and I was like, Mom, it's okay. I'm just going down the street. It's just Atlanta.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was coming from Michigan, so it wasn't down the street.
That's not the street. That's
I was like, I'll be fine. But sometimes I'd be like, I could have left better. I was trying to be cool about it.
Oh yeah. Now I needed to get out of my situation, so I didn't tell nobody where I was going.
I didn't tell nobody. It took years for people to be like, yo, I don't think he's trying to even live here no more.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so.
Dang, yeah, leaving mom's definitely the hardest. But as I say, like, when you gotta leave the nest.
Oh yeah, no, I had to go. It was too much. I had to go. It was too much shit going on. And then I was in a cycle that I did not like being in.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was shit was weird, and I had to leave. I feel bad for leaving, but I had to leave. So.
Like you said, it all worked out.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure.
So when you started actually living in Atlanta, doing the internship, what was the process or like, of doing that? Because we're in the time now where people are like, "F an internship. I'm not working for free. I need my coins." Like,
well, at the time I had 2 full-time jobs and then I interned. So I had I worked overnight at CVS as a overnight manager from like 10 to 7 a.m. So I did that full time, and then during the day I did Jimmy John's and delivering. And then I interned Friday night 7 to close and Sunday night 7 to close. And those are the only 2 days that I told Jimmy John's and the CVS that I can't work. So because I gotta do those shifts. It was it's like, okay, this is the only thing. I was like, okay, I have to do this because I don't know what else I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I have to do this. I have to be here because I don't know what else I'm gonna do. It's like, I'm not good at anything else, and this is what I want to do in life is like music. So I have to do this, and I'm working full time, and so I'm saying like I'm working full time, and then I'm interning, and so it became a point where I was falling asleep all over the place. Like I would sit in the sessions, I would fall asleep because I didn't sleep. I would be driving and fall asleep. I crashed my car driving and falling asleep.
Oh dang.
Yeah. I'll never forget. I was at 1019 and I was starting to practice, but then I fell asleep and Mike walked in. He's like, "Man, do you have narcolepsy?"
Oh jeez.
Yo, I decided that, okay, this is what I want to do, and I was messing up. Corey was here, and he had.
He's the one that hired you?
Nah, Toya hired me.
Oh, but Corey wasn't over the engineering yet?
No. This was after he was over it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When I came, he wasn't over the engineering joint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Corey, when he was here, he was. I asked him, "Can I sit in on a session?" And he was like, "Nah, because you fell asleep in the other session." And then one of the interns heard it, and the intern was like, be the smartest, like, "Yeah, man, you need to stay awake." I'll never forget. And so from that point, because I was falling asleep and I was fucking up here, I had quit both of the jobs. I found a way to get a lot of money, and I saved it or whatnot. I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna pay my rent with. I was like, fuck the car payment, because I had a car payment. Car got repossessed or whatnot, and so I had to ride my bike to and from the studio so I could do what I needed to do. But yeah, I had to do that, and then it worked out because then I started getting sessions here and there, so like I could stay afloat a little bit. But yeah, I was like, yo, I have to do this because I don't have nothing else to do. And it's funny because that same guy who was telling me to stay awake, he got fired as an intern. Yeah, so from when I was interning, I'm the only intern that actually became an engineer
from your group.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep. How long were you interning?
A year and a half.
No pay.
No pay. But I was getting sessions here and there though. Yeah, but no pay.
Would you still recommend that for people that say like, "Oh, I want to work at Patchwerk or work somewhere and it's an unpaid internship"?
Absolutely. I didn't realize it at the time. I was doing it out of fear because I'm like, I'm out here. I'm scared. I don't have nothing else to do. I don't have nothing else to go back to. I need to do this or whatnot. But I was exposed to so much. I was exposed to so much opportunity. I was here when we did the 30th anniversary. I was here. Like, I got put on great things because I was here. I was still an intern and did a Ty Dolla $ign song which hit the Billboard charts that he did with the Migos or whatnot. I was here. I got to record him because I was here. So yes, like the thing is we want, and I get it. But we're in this era now where we feel like because we want something, it should be given to us. And we don't really understand the importance of building up your value for the opportunity. Yeah. You just like, hey, I want this really bad. I need this. I have this tough life. I have this. So you think somebody's going to give it to you. And they don't work on their value so they could get the opportunity.
Dang, that's good work, building up your value for the opportunity.
Yes, so me, I would never intern again No, I'm not interning again because they used to talk to me crazy, and I know that you got to have tough skin, and then that's the name of the game. But I can't handle like if you talk to me crazy, we gotta fight, or I gotta shoot you or something.
No, not the shooting.
I can't do it. I can't go home and tell my kids like, yeah, man, this nigga called me a bitch ass nigga, and I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
I can't do that. I can't do that. Like either we gotta fight or I gotta shoot you. Which one? Which one do you want? You know what I'm saying?
So you feel like you can't do it now because you built your value up.
Yeah, no. Because I'm stretched way too thin. Yeah. And then there's like not another company. I mean, I have built enough value up to where I could, I can maneuver. And plus, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna leave here and then intern somewhere else. Like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. But. We have some people like shout out to Mac. Yeah, he was a whole teacher at SAE.
Oh yeah, shout out Mac.
Shout out to Mac, man. I'm mad when he left because he was dope. But
Mac is the truth.
He was the truth. He was a whole teacher and he was interning here. Yeah. Yeah, I hate it. Like I was like, what do I look like telling you what to do? You as old as my dad and you know more than me. Yeah. You know more than me. And I'm like, I ain't gonna say you all no goddamn brother. Hey, do you want a coffee? Let me go get you something. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't. No, hell no.
Nah, Mac had that militant energy in the building, man.
We needed that.
But he was super humble too. Like you said, he was already a teacher, pretty much older than everybody. Yep. But he was like, "Hey, what y'all need? Yeah, I'm exactly.
Here." Oh yeah.
Nah, that's dope, man. I remember when I got here, and was getting into the mix of everything. What people said about you. You were always like, the guy was like, yo, Evan is smart. Evan knows what he's doing. What was it? What happened? Oh, you got hit by a car.
Yes, I got hit by a car.
That's what it was. It was like, Evan sometimes could be all over the place.
Yes.
And then you got hit by a car. And then I didn't see you for a while. And I was like, I just met this guy.
I had to go back to North Carolina.
Dang, cause you was like really messed up.
My femur was broken.
So how did you even get hit by a car? Cause this was when you was at the studio when it happened.
Toya.
Oh, wait, what did Toya do?
Yo, so
not the queen, not Toya getting you hit by a car.
Okay, shout out to Toya. It wasn't Toya's fault, but it was 100% my fault. But Thursday morning, December 9th, 2015. December 9th, 2015. I come in at 10 a.m. on a Thursday. Because, on Thursday. Thug was here. And they had been here all night. She called me to the office, was like, yo, can you, no, she called me to the office. So I'm in the office. She's like, yo, tell them to get off the pool table. This is 10 in the morning. They've been here all night. I go upstairs. I open the door. Niggas hanging off the rafters everywhere. I walked out like, I'm not doing that. One of the dudes called me, and I think it was Wheezy, the producer. Yeah. I think it was Wheezy. He like, hey, you, why you coming here? Come here. Why you coming here? I was like, yo, y'all got to get off the pool table. And he told everybody to get off the pool table. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Wheezy, right? Yeah. And because I was being a punk. And so I go downstairs, and Toya was like, okay, so I'm gonna reward you for doing that. How about you get you and me a biscuit from Chick-fil-A? This is when they just built Chick-fil-A across the street. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll go across the street to go get the Chick-fil-A, right? Because we're right here. I'm going to run across the street. And so when I was on my way back and it was raining, so I'm on my way back. I'm on Northside Drive. The cars on this side stopped and the cars on this side stopped. I will never forget. It was a lady in a white car. She stopped and she was looking at me. The car next to her stopped. The nigga in McDonald's sped out because everyone stopped and I guess he didn't see me, but he sped out and hit me.
Like full force.
Because they stopped and they thought, and I guess he thought they were stopping for him. But or he was trying to make something, but he sped out and smacked me. Dang. And I broke my femur. I had to go back home.
Dang.
Yep.
I know that hurt.
Oh, that shit sucked.
How was that experience? What that feel like?
I feel like getting hit by a car.
I mean, I've been hit by cars, but like at low speeds.
That
Like medium speeds. You said full force, like.
Oh yeah. And the thing,
He had to be going like what, 30?
I don't know how fast he was going, but he smacked my ass. That shit.
Like he went like all the way over the car.
Yeah, I went over the car and fell on the ground. Like I've never. It was like bam, black, doop 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 boop boop.
Oh, you blacked out.
Not black out. Everything went black, but I'm still conscious.
Oh.
I'm still conscious, so it's not like. But everything. Oh yeah, nah, that shit sucked.
Dang.
And the thing is, and I knew I got hit by a car, and I can't describe this feeling because unless you was like in a high impact car accident, like you're not gonna. The shit sucked. This shit sucked. You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck. I remember I called the studio, like, yo, I got hit. I was telling them I got hit by a car, and I was like, yo, Toya and Blaze came out, to come see me or whatnot, and I was calling. I was like, yo, don't tell Mike I got hit by a car. Like, don't tell Mike. I was like, is Mike gonna fire me?
Man, Mike puts the fear of God in people.
I was like, is Mike gonna fire me? Yeah.
Oh man, so dang, did he run off? Was it hit and run?
No.
He stayed. Okay,
he stayed, but he was that nigga was no use. He stayed, and I'm telling him to call the studio, and I'm giving him the number, but he was. I guess one thing I hate is when somebody do some shit, and then they be so panicked or whatnot that they are, their reaction is like weird. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you hit me. Calm down and dial this fucking number. Let them know I'm on the street.
So you called the studio before you called 911?
Hell yeah! What you mean? What is 911 gonna do? They
save your life.
So I have Toya's car. She need to know I'm in the street.
Oh man.
Yeah, they need to know that I'm in the street and that I didn't just run away.
Oh dang. Oh my gosh, yo, that is crazy.
Yeah, the dude was being weird, and then thank God for the brother. The brother came and called the studio, and then he helped me or whatnot. And then the ambulance came, and while I was in the ambulance, the cop gave me a ticket for jaywalking.
Ah, wow! It just stacked on stacks on stacks.
Oh yeah, no, that shit sucked. And because I didn't have a car, and I was the only person. I was out here by myself. When mom came to visit me, my mom and my daughter's mom, they both came. And to get me, to take me back to North Carolina. So I went back to North Carolina for after the surgery for a little while. And then after a while, I was like, okay, I'm going to come back to Atlanta. I'm not.
Then you had that surgery?
I broke my femur. And I already had a
I don't know what the femur is. Like, I've heard of that bone.
It's the biggest bone in your body. It's the thigh bone.
Oh, it's the thigh bone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one they say if you break, you can, like, get out of here.
Yeah. I don't know about that. But yeah, because there's major arteries over there. So, but I already broke my femur before.
Oh, so you re-broke it.
Man, I had a metal rod and plates in my leg already, and it broke when it hit me. It broke the metal rod and plates.
Why the heck did you have metal in you already?
I had got hit by a car.
Evan.
Yeah. So
this is karma coming back, spinning the block.
I guess. And you know what's funny? That happened 10 years apart. I got hit when I was by her car when I was 15 in a mall parking lot. A lady hit me, and I tried to get out the way, and a lady hit me. And then when I was 25, 2005 and 2015, I got hit by a car and broke my femur. The same femur. Yep. You
need to stay away from parking lots, my guy.
How? How?
Yo, I got hit by a police car when I was on my skateboard.
What? And they probably was like, yo, it's your fault. They
had it on video and everything. We tried to sue them. We got some terrible lawyers. They hated black people, I guess.
Of course.
And they didn't try to fight for us at all because they like tried to counter sue or something. But it was like on the 4th of July back in Lansing. And they got the video, like they hit me and it was like low speed, but I like, it was impact. Like they hit me and I flew forward.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, I really got hit by a car. But I thought I was good because I got right up. I was like, oh, man, I'm good. I'm straight. The next day, I laid down. I didn't even lay in my bed. I was on the ground in my room all day.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what was wrong. I told my mom like a week later, I got hit by a car. But I had already got hit by like the city bus before.
Oh, you tripping? You should be a millionaire by now.
But I was a kid on my bike, so I was like a little bit under the bus, and then I had to crawl out. And the bus driver,
you should be a millionaire by now. You tripping?
I didn't know, so every time I told my mom, she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I must be tough." Like I thought it was cool for surviving with minimal injuries.
No, man, it would have been way cooler because you would have been a millionaire.
Yeah, I messed up. Sorry, mom.
Dang, you're literally a millionaire right now.
Yeah, I never got, but it was always like low speed, so I thought
it don't matter.
Yeah,
they hit you.
Yeah, that's true.
You know that's how Tracy Morgan got all of that money.
Yeah,
by the Pepsi. It was either a Pepsi or Walmart truck.
Wasn't that here in Atlanta that he got hit?
I have no idea, but he got hit.
Yeah,
and that's where he got all of that money from.
Yeah.
Not even the acting, the years of talent he was doing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah, he got money from get hit by a truck. That's crazy.
Yeah,
you should be a millionaire by now.
I should, for a lot of reasons, but especially that.
Hey, we should all be millionaires.
Man, turn your chair. By the way.
Shit!
You keep turning the other way.
Yeah. There we go.
One session that I remember from you that I thought was pretty cool. Nick Jonas.
Oh yeah, that was really cool.
Tell me about that.
That made me realize that I'm gonna get canceled for this. I don't care.
Whoa, words are powerful, bro. Don't say that.
It made me realize that all of these niggas ain't shit. People come in here and they'll record 2 or 3 songs that are trash and be like, "Man, I'm so talented," or in our culture, what we deem as talent ain't shit. And I had recorded a lot of these rappers, and I was like, "Oh, these guys are nothing." Nick Jonas came here, super humble guy. I don't even like using that word humble or whatnot, but he was a super cool guy. Came in here, polite, weirdly polite. Made me a little uncomfortable, but he was cool and polite. He came in and he came with these 2 producers, and he's walking. And I feel so bad. My bad. I felt so bad because I judged him because he was on like the Disney Channel, right?
Yeah, you didn't like Disney Channel?
Nah, I was Cartoon Network, baby. Come on.
I liked them all. Cartoon Network was the best though.
Yeah.
Kids Next Door.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Courage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my perception of Disney kids are like, man, this dude came in, picked up he had a conversation with them. He greeted me, had a conversation with me too. Don't know what we talked about, but we had a conversation, and he was like, "All right, so this is what we're gonna do." Greatest session. I worked with him for 3 days. Greatest session ever. Great. That's one of my top 5 greatest sessions because it showed me another aspect of like what I want to be doing as far as like making records. He come in with the 2 producers or whatnot, and my job is to record the whole thing. Yeah, the whole thing, not little sections or whatnot. So I'm recording everything that he's plugged into the producers. And we have other mics and instruments plugged into the producers, and then I'm recording everything that comes out from the producers or whatnot. So all of the ideas so everyone's mic'd up. He comes in, he plays a riff on the guitar, then we loop it. He's playing a riff on the guitar. Then he gets on there, plays the keys or whatnot, and then we're looping that. And this is all in real time. There's no like stop, let's do it. He does it, and then he gets it to the microphones and starts scatting and then singing and whatnot. Then the idea comes out. And I'm like, this is the greatest shit I heard, and you did this in like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And then now they're bouncing while I was playing. They're bouncing ideas off of each other on what to add and more words. So they're building the song, and then the producers are adding stuff here and there. And then it was the coolest shit I ever heard. I was like, what the fuck? Then again, he comes in there, plays the keys. Then he starts singing, add the guitar. Then the one of the producers add more guitar, and it was great. And they were cool about it. And then yeah, damn. And it's like I was like, oh man, this was pretty cool. And I wish I had more sessions like this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, that sounds really involved.
Oh, it was amazing. It was like I said, top 5 greatest sessions, and it really showed me like in our culture what we deem as talent is just we glorify the bare minimum.
Dang, Evan.
No, we do. We do. And so that session, it was actually bad because after that, it made me resent all of the people that I recorded after the fact.
Dang.
Because I wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't doing nothing. They would have the worst attitudes, and all I'm doing is recording vocals, and then their content matter was horrible, and then they were horrible people, and then like I said, it's 2 or 3 in the morning, and I'm fighting with you about smoking in the room. You know what I'm saying? And it's like somebody, and I work with someone who has way more money, way more talent, way more connections, who way more influential or whatnot, and they best positive attitude, greatest thing. You know what I'm saying? And just super considerate and polite. And then having to work with these rappers, and I was like, oh man. But then I had to dial back from that, and really and just take those people's the attitudes and stuff, or take the stuff that I resented, just take it for what it was, because it's part of the game. It's part of working in the studio. I'm not gonna get Nick Jonas all the time. I'm not gonna get Missy Elliott all the time. I'm not gonna get these great people all the time. However, I need to treat everyone as such, no matter how shitty of an attitude they got. You know what I'm saying?
So what? I mean, that's some real stuff though. Like, do you really think that's a cultural thing, like a race thing though?
Race and culture is 2 different things. Race and culture are 2 different things. It is definitely a cultural thing.
Okay.
Definitely a cultural thing.
Break that down.
What do you mean? Wait, which part?
The culture thing.
Wait, race not being culture?
No, the difference between working with Nick Jonas and then someone else that you feel like you said, like, we are in this culture, we glorify the bare minimum.
Yes.
What is the bare minimum in a recording session for you?
They walk in and they and I don't have nothing against freestyle, but you're just like, okay, there's no thought, rhyme, or reason. You're going in the room, you pick a beat off of YouTube. And now I sound like an old hating ass nigga or whatnot, and I'm not trying to come off as that, because I do appreciate every aspect of making music, no matter how anyone does it. But I like, I'm a musician, not a good one, but I'm used to like, actually when we say we're gonna make music, we going in the room, and what they did, like doing that, and that's what I'm expecting. Not download a song off of YouTube and then for 20 minutes you come up with the most ignorant, ungodly content, subject matter, and everybody's shaking their ass to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then like, yeah, we about to go to the Grammys with this, and the fucked up part is they might always go to the Grammys, and it sucks. And it's like, what the fuck?
Sexy Red got a Grammy, I think.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Or she's nominated, maybe. I don't know. But with Nick Jonas, it sounds like, because he was saying he was playing the guitar, the riffs, looping it back, doing the scat. So they made a beat from scratch. Is that what you're saying? No, not even just make this beat from scratch, but everything was intentional. But it was jamming. They was jamming. They was making music. They was jamming. They was making music, and it sounded so good. And then when even the thought process behind the writing, everything was intentional. Even the way they said certain words, they said, well, we need to say it like this. It was so intentional. It was so intentional, and which is powerful. It's like, it's like, I hate the whole concept of, we just doing this just to do it, and then whatever, we're doing this for clout or whatever. We just I like the whole aspect of like an artist being an artist, because this is what we love to do. We're doing this. We're creating music because that's what's in my heart. I'm gonna do this whether I have $1 billion or a penny. They worked the whole time. It wasn't no bullshit and whatnot. Like, let's get high. I gotta be in my vibe. They gotta, they was like, no, we working. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how to explain it, but I like those type of sessions way better. And not to discount the other joints or whatnot, because it sounds like those type of sessions challenge you as an engineer.
It wasn't challenging. That's the thing. It wasn't challenging as an engineer, because that's what I was trained to do. It's like, oh, now I get to be an engineer.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, now I get to be an engineer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said that's top 5. What is number 1?
I don't have a number 1. I got a top 5. Top 5. One. Okay. Nick Jonas. Nick Jonas. You
said Missy.
No. I ain't gonna put Missy. I'm gonna go put the Missy sessions up there. Even though I did do when Missy worked with Monica, I assisted those sessions. I didn't get the engineer. That's why I can't put those in there.
Gotcha.
I can't put those in there. Let me tell you a secret. My dream when I was a kid was to be in a Missy Elliott video. When I met her, and I wish I told her that was my dream for a long time. Still my dream. I used to always want to be in a Missy Elliott video. Yeah. Still my dream. But okay, top 5 sessions. Nick Jonas. There's this Chilean DJ Nat. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, those sessions were amazing. Because she worked in Ableton, but she was a DJ. So, and it was like house music, electronic music, and she pulled her chair up next to me, and she was like, "What do you think goes here? What do you think goes here?" And I got to. And her including me in it, like, you want me to say my opinion? We're producing, it was making music, and the vibe was vibing. It was my favorite. Oh, she is one of my fucking favorites. Oh my God, DJ Nat, DJ Cash and DeMarco. When I did those sessions, oh my God, I'm talking about top notch. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Top notch. And those are the 3 I could think of right now.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they probably got other sessions. Kira Love. Okay. Kira Love, super talented young woman. When she came in, she worked. Then that's what I'm saying. Like it'd be people that come in here and they work. They come in here and they like, okay, we're doing music and we're being intentional. We're bringing brains together. We're making music. Everybody's included, and we're doing this, and it's fun. The process is fun. Mm-hmm. The process is fun, and yeah. So Kiera Love, and the music that we made was amazing, and Shaka Khan. I got to vocal produce Shaka Khan.
Oh, that's dope.
That's I could cross that off my bucket list. And the weird thing
was up here too, right? Yes. I saw her on the schedule. I missed her when she was here.
And you know how these things work is we'll see someone's name on the schedule and we don't know if they're actually gonna come. It'd be like a project for them. She came and this is the first and only time I was like, because I don't take pictures with the client. I don't want to let me take a picture. I meet all these people. I'm like, let me take a picture. I don't do that. I think that's weird. It hurt me a lot because, all these other engineers that work at other studios or even these freelance engineers, they work with the same people. And then my clients will look at them like better than me because they got pictures of, but then I'm like, I work with these same people, all of them.
Why do you think it's weird to take pictures with them? Just because everybody else wants a picture?
Because I'm not a fanboy. I feel. Oh, so this is one thing you gotta learn about me. I'm a teacher, and this feel bad. I have this is a flaw of mine. I have a horrible ego. And I feel like.
What you mean?
So I shouldn't be asking you to take a picture. I shouldn't ask you to take a picture with you. You should ask to take a picture with me. That's how I feel. I know that sounds crazy. That's how I feel. That's
more power to you.
But I understand it doesn't work that way. I understand it does not work that way. I know that's just a part of me that's a flaw or whatnot.
But you got a picture with Shaka Khan.
Oh yeah, I told her, I was like, yo,
you dropped your ego for Shaka Khan.
Oh, yeah, man, what ego? What? I told her, I was like, yo, we gotta take a Ussie. You are not leaving here until I didn't say that to her, but in my mind, like, she's not leaving here without me to get the picture. I was like, yo, let's take a Ussie. And she's like, a Ussie? I was like, yeah, let's take a Ussie. That's oh man, that was
What the heck is a Ussie?
Is like a selfie is just like you by yourself. Yeah. Ussie is like, yeah, you and the other people.
I know you got her with that one. That was a good hook.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was like, yo, let's take a Ussie. She was like, a Ussie. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, there's some people where you just gotta go for it. Shaka Khan is definitely one of those.
She was cool as shit. She was cool as shit.
That's hard.
Cool. And it's like and this is one of those sessions where I don't get nervous in sessions. When she asked me, what do you think I should do? I started to get nervous.
Shaka Khan asked you what you should do.
I had to vocal produce her. I had to vocal produce her.
What is the difference between vocal producing and engineering?
Okay, engineering is just recording somebody.
Yeah.
I had to tell her okay, say this like this. Add this harmony. Okay, we're gonna do these harmonies. We're gonna do this many stacks. All right. Okay, we're not gonna use this note. Let's do this note. So I had to. Okay, so I had to snap out of it. Out of like me being infatuated. I had to snap out of it and bring my music theory back. You know, so I was like, okay. So okay, we got the low, we got the no note, we got the tenor note. Let's do an alto note. The alto note is gonna be just random. Like, okay, the alto note is, you know what I'm saying? I had to actually vocal producer, and I'm like, yo. And then the next day, I had to work with, in the middle of the night, I had to work with Little Shooter Nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, go from Shaka Khan to that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, you better than me, because if Shaka Khan was asking me, what do you think I should do? I'd say, marry me. I think you should just marry me.
I wanted to. We slick go together right now. That's my girlfriend. You know
Oh, man.
Yeah, we go together.
Yeah, Shaka Khan. Yeah, she's a real one.
Oh, yeah.
So there's another thing you said that stood out to me. You said you assisted on the Missy and Monica sessions versus engineering. What is the difference between assisting a session and being an engineer for a session?
So
because you're still an engineer if you're assisting, right?
Yeah, but you're not engineering. So they brought in an engineer, Chris King, who you also used to work here.
Chris King, yeah. Shout out Chris, yeah.
Shout out to Chris. Super cool
yeah,
dude.
because he's Monica's engineer.
Yeah, super cool. Damn, that guy's cool as shit, man.
Yeah, I rock with Chris.
Yeah, that guy's cool. So he did the sessions, but they came and they brought him, and I do patches, and I sit behind him and watch what he does. And if they need tea and stuff, and then I go get the stuff for them, and and talk to the interns and tell them, hey, can you do this run? Can you do this run? So I'm just helper.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about how engineers like Chris, now he's like Monica's engineer, or like Vern, he's like Nudie, and people like that, where it's like is that like an engineer's graduation to become a personal engineer for somebody? I think
is
that like the goal?
I mean, for some engineers, but all of it is based off of what that person wants to do and who that person is. Like, I don't want to be someone's personal engineer. I tried it, and it's like Evan wants to do his own thing. You know what I'm saying? And which it puts me on a different path. And like I was talking about earlier, being more intentional. If I want to be more intentional with my actions and what I do because I want to be at a certain place, I can't do certain things. And that's like being someone's personal engineer. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Who's the personal engineer you was for?
I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it out here, but yeah, I went and traveled with him and everything. And then and as soon as I left, I was like, oh shit, I got responsibilities. Like, oh, I can't do this. And the dude was cool as shit. Didn't smoke, didn't drink, was super respectful, super talented. I learned with him. I learned how to make beats in Pro Tools better because the shit because he was a producer. He is a producer. The shit that he was doing, I had to do in Pro Tools. Yeah, chopping up stuff and doing stuff. My bad.
No, you good.
Yeah. So yeah, then I was learning to shit on the business side as well, but he travels a lot and stuff. So when he's in Atlanta, I work with him when he's in Atlanta. But when he goes off, I got to stay here in Atlanta.
Dang.
Yeah. But every engineer have their goals, and being someone's personal engineer, that's some guys' goals, but then other guys have other goals. So I don't think that's like a gradual graduation or a gradual step. Once you get into engineering, there's so many ways or things that you can do to go further in your career. There's so many options and lanes. You become a tracking engineer, or you're engineering. Okay, now are you going to be a mix engineer? Like, mix engineering is like the next step. That was the next step for me, was becoming a mix engineer. And okay, now I'm doing more mixing. Yeah. Versus recording. There's some that want to be a mastering engineer. There's some that want to be do live sound or whatnot. Like I had a conversation with a client. He was like, so is the next step for you master? Because like, no, I have mastering engineers. I don't need to master. And I had to explain to him that that's not necessarily a gradual promotion thing. Once in this field, we don't have a tier or a promotion thing. We have some engineers that work at a studio. We have some engineers that freelance. And they make hella money, or they make their career off of freelancing. So once you become the engineer, you get into this field of career. There's so many lanes that you could choose. I'm in my lane, and I'm happy with it.
One thing you said that that stood out to me is you said when you was, working with the producer, you was on the road and everything like that, you learn more about the business.
Yeah.
What is the business of engineering? Because I know, like, back in the day, I like even Kenny, shout out Kenny Mix, he used to say that y'all got points, and then they stopped giving points to engineers.
Yeah.
And like even Corey, like he told me he's gotten points on stuff before, but it's like that's not really a thing in today's music industry or music business. So what is the business of engineering today?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say I learned business of engineer, but just like music business, because he was always, like I said, super cool dude, always working. You know what I'm saying? I see why people fall off because they don't like to work, but he was always working and always in meetings and shit. So, but the business, like money.
Okay.
How are you going to get your money, or doing certain deals, or certain contracts to get your money. Certain businesses or companies you have to be tied to or know. Certain components in your businesses that you need. That
kind of thing.
Yeah.
One project that, or I say a session or a time that made me like really respect you as an engineer, like your craft. I always respected you type thing, but it's like, it's like you watch a basketball player on TV, but then you see like them in real life, you go to the game, you like, dang, no, he moved way faster than it looks like he's moving on TV. Like it's like that. Like when I saw you in action, I'll say that. The Currency sessions with Currency, Trademark,
really?
And dang, what's his name?
Roddy,
yep.
Young Roddy,
yep. And that was the Pilot Talk. That's a whole nother mixtape series. Yeah. What's the
Plan of Attack?
That album is great.
Oh, okay. Wait. Oh man, I'm glad you brought that up. That's another one of my top sessions.
For real?
Yeah, top sessions.
That was one of my top sessions, like at Patchwerk. That was a memorable time.
Shout out to Trademark.
Trademark
the Skydiver.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about that. I assisted a session with Baby Grand where Random works here now.
Yeah, shout out Random.
Random Word. He works here now, right? So he was recording Draco. And Trade was there because I think Trade was helping Draco write, but Baby Grand they did the session. I was assisting them, right? Trademark, and all I did was get food and stuff, and me and Trademark clicked. So when they came back, Trademark requested me to do their album. I didn't know they was doing an album.
Oh wow!
So he requested me, and I did their whole album.
You did though, yeah. That's why. That's what I'm saying. I saw you do the process. That was hard.
Oh, that was hard as shit. And that's why I like I'm
because you mixed it too, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes, that's why I saw it. I was like, yo, Evan is fire at this, and I knew you was cold, but it's like I saw it because me and Simone was recording, and it was like, yo, Evan is crazy at this.
Yeah, no, that time it made me appreciate. Because we always talk about like relationships. And but that was one time a relationship benefited me.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you hold good relationships to benefit from them. No, you have a good relationship because this is life, and these are the people that we interact with and we work with day to day. This is what we're in this journey of life with. So I always want to have good relationships and have good encounters. And I had me and Trademark click, and then he requested me to do that joint. You know what I'm saying? And then I work with Trademark after. I still work with Trademark. And you talking about points and stuff. Like the songs that I mix for him or whatnot, he gives me 10%. So I get money every month off of the songs that we did.
Wow.
Oh, shout out to Trademark. That's my brother, yo. That's my brother for real. Like, cause he's a cool dude. Like we've had we sat down. He used to come to my apartment and we would have introspective conversations. When stuff would happen, I would talk to him or whatnot. When stuff was happening with him, when he had his last two children, we talked about it or whatnot. I met his son's mother, and I chilled with his son's mother and his son or whatnot.
Oh wow!
Oh,
that's a real relationship.
Shout out to Trademark. That album was crazy or whatnot, but the best part, first of all, I worked on a great piece of art, great piece of that, and I am proud of that. I'm proud of the Lucky Leprechaun joints, and I'm proud of that album. I could say, hey, yo, I did this. I worked on music that's in history, and then the relationship I got with Trademark or whatnot. Because I value that more than anything.
Yeah. Those times were so dope, man. Like I remember, like Shout out 88 Vintage because
Yeah.
she recorded that all those sessions for the whole like process of getting it recorded and mixed. And the clips of you was so dope because she caught you in your element on the board. She got like, I don't know if you gotta go back and watch it. There's clips of you talking to them and stuff, and it was like you could see that you was locked in, and it was like that was dope to see the engineer relationship with the artist while they're recording, then you mixing it. Man,
let me tell you, and with that whole situation, I didn't grasp what was happening.
We didn't either.
I didn't grasp what was happening. I was just doing what I normally do. Like I didn't know that this was a project. I didn't know I was working on a project. I didn't know this is a project. This is going out. I placed a beat on that project.
You did. I remember that.
Yeah,
yes.
with Bruce, and I got 10% of that.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't grasp the importance of that era or that project. I was just doing.
Yeah.
I was just I'm just doing. Because
that was when all three of them came back together for the first time in a minute. Like I was a Currency fan for real, been to shows and everything. So like when it was like all of them together again, that's a moment that can't be recreated.
It can't, and I'm so happy that I got to experience that. Let me tell you how for that. I looked on the album on the artwork or whatnot on the back of it. My name.
Your name's on it.
My name is on it. My name was on it. When I seen that, I was like, "Yo, that's a feeling that I could never get again." And again, that's another situation. That's another situation where it was a dope session, dope vibes. Everything was dope. Everything that came from it was dope. And then the next day, I had to record Little Kill Nigga. or Lil We Shoot the Engineer.
We Shoot the Engineer. No, that's crazy. No, that's funny. But bro, yeah, I gotta give you a props for that album because the mix on there, this is when I didn't stream on Spotify. I used to use Tidal.
Yeah. And
Tidal had the hi-fi, you could hear it in like the best quality. That mix on that album, the whole way through, it sounds incredible to this day. I'm gonna let you know right now. I had 100% no idea what I was doing. No idea what I was doing. Well, you did something great, man.
I had no idea what I was doing, but then after that joint, I actually became a official mix engineer here, and I was like, okay, we here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just doing what I love.
So you weren't even an official Patchwerk mix engineer yet?
No, and I told them that. I told Chuck that. I was like, yo, I'm not a mix engineer. I can't be mixing these records. And he was like, all right, well, we're gonna run with your mixes. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, shout out Chuck.
Shout out to Chuck.
We sat down a few times with the videos, getting everything together. So like for that whole rollout, like
shout out to Chuck. But shout out to Trademark for real. Shout out to Trademark.
That was a moment, man. Yeah. So becoming an official mix engineer at Patchwerk, what was that process?
Oh, so Oz told me, Oz told me that you should be a mix engineer. You should talk to Mike. And at the time, I decided against it because, I didn't have the confidence to do so. And then, I was always taught, especially from here up until that point, like, the mix engineers here, like, oh, you got to be engineering. You got to be in the game for like 10, 20, 15 years, and I had, and then, me saying that, oh, I'm a mix engineer, I had to look at Mike. I had to look at Corey. I had to look at Ray C. Ray C. I had to look at them, and I'm nowhere on their level. So for me to call myself a mix engineer or to try to be in that element, I had to think about them and where they're at. And I'm like, I'm nowhere near that. I don't have no experience. I said, hey, you should show Mike your mixes, or tell Mike that you want to be a mix engineer. I went against it, but then I went forth and I did it. All right, I did it. I told Mike, I said, hey, I'm going to be a mix engineer. And around this time, I was going back and forth between if I was going to move to Florida or not.
Oh, wow.
I was going to move to Florida because it was around COVID, right?
Yeah.
I was going to move to Florida. Again, Evan had to jump up and move. And so I think my mom was saying, you finish what you start. So when I decided not to, Mike, he gave me a test session, and then he called me. He said, yeah, okay, And after I did the edits and he told me what I need to do better, he was like, okay, yeah, now you're gonna be mixing. You're a mix engineer here. I approve you to mix. Yeah. I was like, all right, cool. And then when it finally set in, I was all like, yeah, this is Patchwerk. Are my people here?
Yeah, it's starting. They already in there. I patched it already.
Oh, then session.
Oh shoot! Oh, I'm coming. Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
But no. After a while, it sat in like, oh, I'm a mix engineer at Patchwerk Recording Studios, like the legendary studios. I'm a mix engineer here, and I was like, oh shit, okay now, and that was really where I needed to start being intentional, because it was like, okay, now I need to move differently. I can't move like a regular nigga. I gotta move like a person that is doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, y'all. Evan has to run.
Yeah.
This is live. He has to do a session right now. I'm gonna give you your flowers, bro.
Oh, appreciate
You're
it.
great. You got an ego. You got a lot going on up in here, but you're a great man. You're a great father.
Oh God.
Great
please
engineer.
Don't say that. Now I gotta go and do something good, like pick up my kid or something. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I spend time with my kids. I do homework and shit with them.
Well, I give my thanks to you, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta do a part 2.
All right. Definitely. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, man.
We out.
That was a good interview, man. You